guys, welcome back to Todd's Toys. If you haven't already, go ahead and like and subscribe. Still growing this channel, still a fresh channel, but glad you could join me. Glad to see new viewers, new subscribers, and good to see old subscribers and viewers come back. I'm always going to have something here to show you. If you love customs, this is the channel for you. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to card up your loose customs on custom card backs. If you're a carded collector like me, I just love the way these look like they would be hanging on, the pegs on shelves in toy stores back in the 70s and the 80s. Just kind of really get that nostalgic feeling. Or if you just want to card up your vintage collection on custom cards, you can use these same techniques and same supplies. And we'll go ahead and get to it. I'll show you everything you need. The figures we're going to be carding up today are the latest releases from Stan Solo Creations. They do some of the best work, factory produced custom figures, closest to the Kenner, vintage Kenner look. They always do a great job, always knock it out of the park, never disappointed. This set is the glow-in-the-dark Jedi Spirits. You got Anakin Skywalker, Yoda, and of course, Ben, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Hello there.
Stan Solo Creations, always a pleasure to do business with John. He's always been professional, always fast in his shipping. Figures come in, mint condition, never had a problem, never had to complain, never had to return. Always a great transaction when you're dealing with John over there at Stan Solo Creations. Now, a little while back, Stan Solo Creations, they released a set of Jedi Spirits, but they were more in the style of the Anakin Skywalker that Kenner released back in the 80s. I went ahead and picked up Yoda and Ben.
Hello there.
From Stan Solo Creations. I didn't want to get an Anakin because, well, quite honestly, I'm a fan of custom figures. I'm not a huge fan of reproduction figures. That's just me. That's how I collect. Not here to tell anybody what they can and cannot have in their collection, who they can and cannot buy from. That's not me. It's your collection, your money. You do you. Anyway, so what I did was I found an Anakin Skywalker that was on Etsy, mint condition, even came with the baggie. Wasn't sealed, but came with the baggie. And matter of fact, he was just a few pennies less than the Stan Solo Creation reproduction. Again, not knocking it, just how I collect, what I have in my collection. So far, I got over 50 custom Kenner era Star Wars figures. I like to collect the ones that Kenner never released, but I can see both sides. And again, not here to argue it. Please don't get in a little spat, throw little tantrums in the comment section. Not here for that. We're all just here to have fun. So when it was announced that Stan Solo Creations was going to release the Jedi Spirits, I just always envisioned that if all three spirits came out, they would come together. They'd be in a 3-pack, much like the the 3-packs from the department stores in the 80s. I guess Kenner kind of did just to move product. Um, had Darren over at Replicator Boxes and Inserts over in the UK. He's got a site. I'll leave a link in the comments here. I commissioned him to create a box that would, be in the same style as those 3-packs. He did a great job. I think they look just so cool all together like that. Love the blue color. Love the special action figure set. Darren does great work. Stan Solo uses Darren to do their cards. Just a good guy and all around great product. Matter of fact, I love this set so much that went ahead and got an acrylic case for it. It's the only custom carded figures that I have in my collection that are actually in an acrylic case. But I've got other protective cases on the others, and I'll show those as well once we get everything carded up. Okay guys, so here's all the supplies that you're gonna need. And we got our card back, our figure, our blister, the tape and scissors, and the adhesive that we're going to use to attach our blister to our card back. I wanted to go ahead and highlight the custom card backs that I'm going to be using for these. Just beautiful cards that Christopher King over at KennerByKing UK Etsy shop, and I'll put a link for that in the description. He does such a wonderful job finding great photos, great colors. It really helps your figures pop. And I'm gonna flip one of these over so you can see the back as well. So they are two-sided, just like the original Kenner cards. So for these cards, he's decided to do the Collect All 92 Return of the Jedi. Just perfect detail. Looks great. Alright. And we'll be doing Yoda for this demonstration. The blisters that I'm going to be using for these cards are from a company called Imperial Dreams. They're out of Germany, and of course I'll put a link to their website in the description. We're trying to get it as accurate as possible. So with the Return of the Jedi figures, they were carded up by Kenner without stems on the blisters or bubbles. So with any figures that have accessories, I like to take a little bit of tape, and that's what the tape and scissors are for, and go ahead and tape it to the side of the blister. So I've already done that with the Yoda cane. That's usually one of the hardest parts about carding up these customs, so I've taken the liberty of going ahead and doing it off camera. But as you can see, just put it kind of down in the corner so it's not going to affect where the figure sits or be in the figure's way. So to attach the figure in the blister onto the card, I like to use what are called glue sheets. You can also get sticky specs, which I've used in the past. A few batches of those that I got left, they got kind of gooey and stringy, so they were kind of a mess, but if that's all you can find. Some people use double stick tape. There's also micro dots, but those I believe are out of production, so if you're lucky enough to find them, they do work well. So these glue sheets, they come on a sheet that's probably about 4 inches by 6 inches. It's just got thousands of little dots of glue on there. So that's what helps it stick. Once it's down, it's down. You got one shot at it, so make sure that all debris is clean from the card and the blister. And if you've got dogs like me, make sure No dog hair there. That's the last thing you want is a dog hair in your sealed blister. So you're going to want to take your scissors and cut out a square or rectangle that's just a little bit bigger than your blister. That way you don't waste an entire sheet just on one carding. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my scissors and just cut around this blister just a little bit. Doesn't have to be perfect, just as long as it covers your blister. So for Yoda, we're going to use a piece about like so. So before you actually put the glue dots on there, and it's a good idea just to kind of lay it on there, take a little measurement, see where you want it to be. I like to put the smaller blisters with at the top of the colored background there. Next, you're going to want to go ahead and put the figure in there so you get an idea about where to lay him on the card once your blister is where you want it. Okay, be careful to try to just lift the blister straight up so you don't move the figure, because that's where he's going to be. Next, you're going to go ahead and peel off the protective covering of your glue dots. Set it aside so it doesn't stick to your figure or your card, or your thumb in my case. Trying to get a good picture so you can see how many glue dots are just on this tiny little sheet. They do kind of create a waffle pattern, so just at a quick glance, once you have it in a protective case, it almost gives the appearance of a factory sealed figure. Here's the important part. We're going to go ahead and put the glue dots on the blister. So you're going to put it right in the middle there, and you're going to press firmly all around the flanges, making sure that it's picking up all those little glue dots. You don't have to press really hard, just firm. Just be very careful not to put your fingers in the glue, otherwise you can get glue all over your blister where you don't want it to be. So we're just going around all four sides, all the way around, making sure we're pressing firmly. Very careful not to get the glue on your fingers. Just take one of the corners and just peel it off of your blister. As you can see, there's tiny little glue dots all the way around the flanges on the blister. And that's what we're going to press down to the card. All right, now you got one shot at this. So you want to make sure your figure is where you want it. You're going to take your blister, and I'm going to kind of touch the bottom of his feet there. Want to make sure that I go up to where I want on the card. And you want to get it as straight as possible along your edges. If it's not perfect, that's okay. Kenner wasn't perfect either. Now you're going to press down on all the flanges, making sure that you get a good seal all the way on all four as you hold the bubble in place, or blister, call it either one, all the way around. Sometimes you get a little bit of glue on the outside. You can just get rid of that with some Goo Gun, or just keep rubbing it till it goes away. As long as it's not all underneath, you're in good shape. Yoda is firmly sealed onto the card. He's got his cane taped to the side of the blister. Now we'll be putting him in a a protective case in just a moment. So now I'm going to put our Yoda figure in a protective case. Used to use star cases, and I really like star cases, but I never was a fan of how deep the case was. Left a lot of room between the figure and the case. So saw a review of these KaseShells on YouTube. Decided to give them a try, and I love them. These are my go-to cases now. Really protects, much like star cases. Even comes with a film on the front of the case that you can leave on to protect it from scratches and fingerprints and such until you're ready to display it. So I really like that. It's got the lip around it, the little locking mechanism, just like star cases, except it has these two dots right here. Go right in there. Fits just like Legos, and creates a really good seal. And we'll check out Yoda as soon as he's up in his case here. So this is the end result. Still have the film on the front of the case, so it's a little foggy, but these cases are clear. I'll take a photo of him outside of the case in just a moment. Just to give you a little idea, this is the space between the front of the case on these KaseShells and the actual figure blister. So quite a bit different than the star cases. So here's the finished product. My stand solo Yoda Jedi Spirit glow-in-the-dark figure attached with a Imperial Dreams blister on a KennerByKing custom card. I think everybody's hard work has made for quite the beautiful display piece. So I want to thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe. Come back and check out the next video.
All right, I'll give it a try.
No, try not. Do or do not. There is no try.